वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि येनाक्षरसमाम् अधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृतं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनीं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयं। वागर्थासम्पृक्तौ वागर्थप्रतिपत्तये जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ। Next lesson is Avyayi Bhava Samasa. The samasa where one indeclinable is combined with some subanta, and there is a sutra for that, Avyayi Bhavaha. This is Adhikara Sutra, where it is said Avyaya is combined with the Avyayi Bhava is just Adhikara. Then there is a sutra Avyayam Vibhakti Samipa etc., where it is said Avyaya, an indeclinable having certain meanings, is combined with subanta. So Avyayi Bhava Samasa will be like this: Avyaya plus some subanta, and whole thing will become again Avyaya. So this is Avyayi Bhava Samasa. Purva Padartha Pradhano Avyayi Bhavaha. This is not a sutra. This is just a paribhasha. That Avyayi Bhava is Purva Padartha Pradhanaha. Means the first member of the samasa will be pradhanam. Yatha Shakti. So Yatha. Yatha means without crossing the limit. Shakti Anatikramya. Anatikramya. This idea is there. Yatha has got the meaning Anatikramya. Padartha Nativritti, they call it. So this idea of not crossing the limit, that is the main idea in the samasa. So Purva Padartha Yatha, conveying the idea of not crossing the limit in this case, is pradhanam, is the main thing. That will have anvaya with the other words. The meaning of the first member Yatha for this in this example will have anvaya with the next word, like Yatha Shakti Dadati. Means what? He gives without crossing his ability. So Yatha has got, the meaning of the word Yatha has got anvaya with Dadati. He gives in keeping with or without crossing his ability. And therefore it is called Purva Padartha Pradhana. Alright. The Avyayi Bhava Samasa is an adverbial samasa. Means it has got the sense of adverb. See, you can see here, Yatha Shakti is an adverb to Dadati. Adverb means what? Adjective to the verb is called adverb. So it is adverb. Alright. So adverbial samasa. Formed by an indeclinable joined to a noun. That's what I said. Joined to a noun is subanta. Avyaya combined with subanta, that is, he is translating in his own way as formed by undeclinable to undeclinable to subanta. Generally indeclinable, you say undeclinable. Okay. The indeclinable confers means gives, confers means gives to the whole samasa, like whole samasa, yatha shakti. The meaning of one of the cases, it can give the meaning of the case or some other adverbial meaning, such as proximity, likeness, etc. So this is saying based on one sutra, all of you can see, 216, if you have got the book, 216 sutra, avyayam, vibhakti, samipa, samruddhi, artha bhava, atyaya, asamprati, shabda pradurbhava. Either 216 or 215? Huh? 6 only. Okay. शब्द प्रादुर्भाव पश्चात यथा अनुपूर्व्य योगपद्य सादृश्य संपत्ति साकल्य अंत वचनेषु. Vachanisu means having this meaning. So this avyayam is there in this sutra. Avyayam. Avyayam means avyaya padam is connected with vibhakti. Vibhakti means vibhakti vachya. Vachaneshu. 216. So indeclinable is combined with the word which has got the idea of vibhakti case, and especially seventh case only. Other case is not found. Vibhakti means seventh case. And then other meanings he has given. Samipa. That's what this book says. Samipa means proximity. So this samasa, this indeclinable, is conferring the whole samasa the meaning of the case vibhakti. Then samipa, we have in the book, in the sutra it is there, samipa, and other meaning, likeness, sadrishya, etc. Etc. means what? Samruddhi, Shabda Pradurbhava, Asamprati, etc. And this author himself will explain some of them. So that time we will see. So in this paragraph what he said, that indeclinable forms a samasa with another noun, and the indeclinable will convey the meaning of the vibhakti. The samasa will have the sense of the vibhakti. Avyaya will be connected with the word which is having the sense of vibhakti, samipa, etc. Alright. The whole samasa, the indeclinable confers, means gives the whole samasa either the meaning of one of the cases, vibhakti, or some adverbial meanings. About 16 meanings we just now in the sutra we saw. These are 16 meanings are given by this samasa, which is originally conveyed by the avyaya. So avyaya which is connected with the subanta will give the meaning of this vibhakti or some other 15 meanings. Alright. So that is the meaning of this sutra. Avyaya is connected with the verb having this, connected with the noun having this sense. Alright. Then now some other rules which are applied, and that is final long vowels are shortened and final a becomes This is based on one sutra you might have 2.4.83 na avyayi bhavad ato mahatva panchamyaha 2.4.83 is 83 or 83. So there it is said that supolukna and then a will become ataha The sutra says ataha The final vowel, for example, gopa. Gopa means the protectors of the cow. Akaranta shabda. Gopaha, gopau, gopaha. Like that forms will go. Then this Gopa will become Gopa. There Gopa becomes Gopa and Ataha Syat. A will become Because there is one other sutra which says that Avyayi Bhava Samasa will have Napumsaka Sanya also. Avyayi Bhavaha, Avyayi Bhavaha. There is one sutra, Avyayi Bhavaha. Avyayi Bhavascha. That sutra will make, I think this Avyayi Bhavaha is 2418. 2418 sutra Avyayi Bhavascha makes Napumsaka Sanya. And Napumsaka Sanya, then again the sutra, Rasvo, what is that? Rasvo Napumsake Pratipadikasya. So by that, this Napumsaka and therefore Rasva, A will become A. And then A will become Alright. Anyway, if you don't bother about sutra, finally what we have to understand, that long vowel will become shortened A, and then A will change to Final A becomes So that is what he is saying. Long vowel becomes short vowel, and short vowel become A will become Not all short vowel, A will become And therefore, we will have the samasa Adhigopam. Means regarding, or Adhigopam is regarding the cow herd. This matter is regarding cow herd. So this is called Adhigopam. That word will be formed by this particular rule. Adhigopam, Adhivishwapam, Upavishwapam, near the protector of the world, Upavishwapam. So in this manner, long will be converted into short, and the A will be converted to Therefore we have got Adhigopam. Next, the following words add A at the end of an Avyayi Bhava. This is Samasanta Pratyaya. So here, but A is added, means touch Pratyaya is added. Touch. And touch Pratyaya, what are the words? The sutra is Sharad Prabhutibhyaha touch Syat 54107. There 54107? Okay. By that sutra, what is suggested? Sharad Prabhutibhyaha. Avyayi Bhave. Sharad Prabhutibhyaha is 541107. So this sutra says that in Avyayi Bhava, the Sharad etc. Prabhuti means etc. Sharad etc. word will take touch pratyaya. From touch, what will remain is A only. So that is what is said here. The following words add A at the end of an Avyayi Bhava. Like what? Sharad. Sharad means autumn. The season of autumn in English, what you call, is called Sharad. So now you form a samasa, Upa, near autumn. So Dakara is there, A will be added, so it will be Upasharadam. Means what? Near autumn season. Upasharadam Vrukshaha Vrukshanam Parnani Patanti. Near the autumn season, the leaves of the trees fall. So Upasharadam is near this autumn. Similarly, Anas. Anas has got the meaning vehicle. Kitchen also. Both the meanings are there. So, we will have the word Adhyanasa means regarding kitchen or regarding vehicle. So here anas word apratyaya, touch. Therefore anasa it becomes. And adi. Therefore adhyanasam. Then a will take and therefore adhyanasam means regarding kitchen. Adhyanasam chintayati. He is thinking regarding kitchen. Okay. Alright. Similarly, manas. Atimanasam. Atimanasam atmatattvam. Atimanasam means beyond the mind. Iti vadanti kechit. Some people are saying Atma is atimanasam. So here what? Manas has taken ach. Therefore atimanasa. Manasam. Okay. Atimanasam means beyond mind. Similarly, upanaha means shoes. Adyupanaham we can say. What will be the meaning, Arun? Adyupanaham? Regarding shoes. Adyupanaham vadataha. They are talking regarding shoes. Okay. So here main thing is this. It is a hakaranta shabda. A will come. That is the main thing. And then will come. A will change to Similarly, himavat. Himavat means Himalayas. Endowed with him, snow, is called himavat. Ati himavatam. Ati himavatam gacchati. He goes beyond Himalayas. Disham. Adidisham. Adidisham means in direction. Adidisham, atidisham. Disham means direction. Drisha. Drisha means the eye. So, atidrisham means beyond the eye. So, atidrisham, the word will happen atidrisham. Originally it was drish. A is added atidrisham. Similarly, chetas. Ati chetasam, beyond the mind. Chetas have same meaning. Ati chetasam. Chatur means 4. Upa chatur. A will be added. Upa chaturam. Tasya upachaturam falani syat. Means he may have less than 4. Upa means less. Alright. So chatur means 4 and chatur shabda is there will become chatura. Akaranta it will become. Alright. Then masculine nouns in take at the end of avyay bhava. This is based on the sutra Anascha. Huh? Oh, after Prati. Oh, okay, yeah. After Prati, Para, Sam and Anu, the word Akshi becomes Aksha. There is a sutra, is a Prati para samanubhyo kshaha. Gana Sutra it is there. You will not find that. The sutra is this. Prati para samanubhyo akshnaha. Touch syat. This is Gana Sutra, okay? Gana Patha Sutra. Gana Sutra it is called. So you will not find that. Here, tat syat. Okay. Means what? After this word, if akshi shabda comes, then akshi will become aksha. Actually what happens? Akshi plus a, then yasyati cha, then aksh, it becomes aksha. Is it clear? Akshi plus touch pratyaya then that yasyati cha, this akara will be dropped, that ikara will be dropped, and then aksha it becomes aksha plus aksha. All right, so for us we did not go into that. Akshi becomes aksha, that much is enough. All right, tat syat. When prati para sama anu bhyaha, after these words prati para sama anu, this akshi becomes aksha. So he gives the example. Pratyaksham. Pratyaksham means direct. Pratyaksham pashyati. Pratyaksham janati. Agnim pratyaksham janati. Means he sees, he knows the fire directly. Pratyaksham. Here prati plus akshi has become pratyaksham. Gives the example. Paroksha. Indirectly. Samaksham. In front. Saha samaksham agacchati. He comes in front. Devadattaha samaksham agacchati is coming in front. Anvaksham. Also, anvaksha means front. Same is directly. What is the meaning of pratyaksha? Same meaning is anvaksha. So, anvaksha means directly, visibly. Alright. So, here akshi becomes aksh, that rule is given. Now, masculine nouns in an take at the end of an avyayi bhava. The sutra is anascha 54108. I don't know 54108? Anascha. Okay. Anascha. So by that also touch pratyaya happens and a becomes For example, Rajan. So Rajan will become Rajam. An will be dropped and then Rajam. Nastaddite, by that an will be dropped, Rajam it will become. So Rajan will be finally Rajam, Uparajam. So what is the rule he gives? Masculine nouns in an. Rajan is masculine noun in an. In an means what? Ending in an. Take at the end. In the avyayi bhava samasa. So Rajan, Uparajam. Uparajam means near the king. Uparajam gacchati. He goes near the king. Alright. Next. Neutral nouns in an do so. Do so means what? Takes optionally. Upacharma. Charman shabda is it. Charman is napumsaka shabda. So therefore it becomes upacharma when it takes this pratyaya, and otherwise upacharman. Both forms are valid. Napumsakad anyatarasyam 54109. So this sutra says that for neuter gender this change will be optional. Okay, next. Nadi optionally becomes nadam and giri optionally becomes giram at the end of an avyayi bhava. There is a sutra 54110. Sutra is Nadi Paurnamasyagrahayanibyah. Nadi Paurnamasyagrahayanibyah. 54110. 110, sorry. So this sutra says, here also touch pratyaya will happen, and therefore Nadi will become Nadam. Touch pratyaya will happen, and therefore Yasyati cha, then A will become so Nadam. Upanadam. For example, Upanadam means what? Near the river. Upanadam Vasati. So he stays near the village. Near the river. Okay, near the river. Similarly, Giri. Giri will become Upagiram. Near the village. Wiley village. Near the mountain. Near the mountain. Like we say, Upagiram Vasati. Upagiram Gacchati. He goes near the village. Okay. Or Adhigiram Vasati. Adhigiram Vasati means what? He stays on the mountain. Adhigiram. Alright. Then words ending with mutes. I hope you remember what is mutes. How many are there? 20. 25 only. Here it will apply 20 except nasals. So it becomes 20. Optionally add at the end of Avyay Bhava. Sutra is Jayaha. Jayaha. What is number is 5411. So here also touch pratyaya will happen. That's what it means. So Jayantat Avyay Bhava Samasat touch pratyaya syat. Okay. Vasyat. Okay, optionally. For example, Upasamid plus Upasamidham. Samid means firewood. Upasamidham sarpaha drishyate. The snake is seen near the samid, firewood. Actually samid means the wood used for the ritual. It's called samid. Upasamidham. Optionally, it can be Upasamit. Upasamit also. Okay. Upasamit it should be. Upasamit. I will check Upasamit or Upasamid it should be. Okay. So these are the rules applied. Then now further he explains the usage of this adi etc. preposition when we are making Avyay Bhava Samasa. Adi conveys the meaning of the locative. Not every time, but it also conveys the meaning of locative. He gives the example, Adi Hari. Here Adi conveys the sense of seventh case. So Adi Hari is equal to Haro. So if you have to give the vigraha of the Adi Hari Shabda, how you have to say? Haro iti Adi Harihi. This much only you have to write. That's all. Adi Hari can be translated by the word Haro. So we say Adi Hari Bhaktihi Bhavati. He has devotion in the Lord. One popular word is Adhyatma. Adhyatma means regarding Atma, Atmani. Adhyatmam means Atmani. Adhyatmam chintayati. He rethinks regarding Atma. So Adhyatmam chintayati. If you say Atmani chintayati or Adhyatmam chintayati, both will have the same meaning. That is what is conveyed. Vibhakti. Adi conveys the idea of vibhakti. Which vibhakti? Seventh case. Seventh vibhakti. Alright. Anu conveys the meaning of a nearness or of suitability. Anunadam or anunadi. So anunada, we saw that it is optional, therefore anunadam or anunadi. Rasva will happen. Anunadi means near the river. So we can say, we gave the example. Anunadi vasati. Near the river he stays. Anurupam, in a suitable manner. Etad griham tasya anurupam bhavati. Means this house is suitable to him. So anurupam means in a suitable manner. Saha anurupam karoti. He does in a suitable manner. Saha swakaryam anurupam karoti. He does his job in a suitable manner. So anu conveys the idea of near or suitability. Apa, this is based on what this Adi Anu is doing, based on the sutra I told you, 216, Vibhakti Samipa, etc. From that he is deriving these ideas. Then apa, pari, bahi and words in ach, meaning that words in ach, meaning direction, actually the anch, it's like exactly the anch. Ach is there, you have to correct it, anch. Pratyancha, etc. Meaning direction combined with nouns in ablative. This is based on the sutra Apa Pari Bahiranchavaha Panchamyaha 2.1.11. 2.1.11 is it there? Huh? 12? Okay. 2.1.12. Apapari Bahiranchavaha Panchamyaha. So what this sutra says that with Panchami Vibhakti, these words will form the Avyayabhava Samasa, conveying the idea of direction. Like what? Vanat Bahihi means Bahirvanam. Vanat Panchami Bahihi. So this sutra says that Samasa will be formed with Panchami Vibhakti. Panchami Vibhaktyanta Shabda. So Vanat Panchami Bahihi. So Bahirvanam. Avyayabhava Samasa, Avya will come in the beginning. Therefore Bahirvanam is outside the forest. Bahirvanam Gacchati. He goes outside the forest. Prag Gramat. Before the village. Prag Gramam Eva Tishtati. Before the village alone he stands. So Prag Gramam. Prag means before. Or in the east of that. Prag Gramam Vrukshaha Asti. In the east of the village there is a tree. Parinagaram. The Pari has got here the meaning of leaving the city. Parinagaram sa gacchati. He goes leaving the city. How do you say Pari is equal to leaving that? Leaving, he has got the leaving idea is given by Pari. But leaving, okay? Leaving. So Parinagaram Bhramati means what? He wanders leaving the city. Means he wanders only in villages. So Parinagaram. For that there is a sutra, apaparivarjani. There is a sutra, apaparivarjani. So based on that, here pari has got the meaning living. So parinagarat means leaving the city, he moves. Then parinagaram brahmati. Alright. So apaparai bahi and words in anch will combine with the nouns in the ablative. Like pratyancha. Anch is there, no? Pratyancha. Anchu, he had told that pratyancha. So pratyancha means inward. Pratyancham gacchati. He goes inward. Okay, Anchu has not given the example, but we can take pratyancha. Then abhi and prati convey the meaning of direction. This is based on the sutra Lakshanena abhiprati avimukhe 2.1.14. Abhi and prati conveys the idea of direction. Abhigraham, pratigraham. So what will be, how will we use that? Abhigraham. Abhigraham gacchati. He goes towards the house. Pratigraham gacchati. That also same meaning. He goes towards the house. Alright. Or pratigraham na gacchati. He doesn't go toward the house. We can make that also. Then prati has also got the distributive sense. Distributive sense was repetitive. Like we want to say every day he does this. So pratidinam. That is called distributive. Pratidinam. When we do the vigraha, how will we do? Dinam dinam prati. Avyabhava is a nitya samasa, therefore swapada vigraha will not be there. Dinam dinam prati pratidinam. Alright. Means what? Every day. Pratyaham means what? That also every day. Prati masam means what? Every month. Prati masam devalayam gacchati. Some people are every month only they go. So prati masam, prati dinam, what is called pratyekam, for everyone. Pratyekam pashyati. He is seeing everyone. So pratyekam is very often used. What will be the vigraha? Ekam ekam prati. Towards one means everyone. So pratyekam pashyati. Okay. Ati conveys the meaning of something which is past. Ati nidram. This ati nidram, this ati conveys the meaning of something which is past, is this asamprati. It conveys the idea of, if you have sutra 2146 or 216, in that there is one word asamprati. Asamprati means not appropriate. The appropriate time has gone. To convey that idea, this ati etc. is used. Ati nidram. Ati nidram means what? Beyond sleeping time. Saha atinidram shete means what? He sleeps beyond sleeping time. Ati bhojanam bhunte. He eats beyond eating time. Generally eating time day, he is eating at night 2 o'clock. So what we say? Ati bhojanam bhunte. So when we want to convey this idea that he is doing at the time or place which is not appropriate for that, then this ati etc. will be used. So here the meaning of asamprati is conveyed. Next, saha conveys the meaning of similarity and also totality. He has given the meaning of only satrunam, totality. That is an interesting example. What he has said totality in the Sutra 216, it is Sakalya. And similarity, Sadrishyam. Sakalya means totality. What he has called totality is sakalya. And also similarity, sadrishya. Okay. So he has given the example of totality. Satrunam means down to the grass. Down to the grass means up to the grass. So saha satrunam atti. Up to the grass he is eating away. Means not only the fruits he is taking, leaves he is taking, even the grass also is eating. So satrunam means up to the grass. This animal that what is called, not tiger, elephant came and satrunamatti. So he ate fruits, he ate the leaves and also grass. So satrunam means up to the grass, that idea. So down to the grass. Okay. So savastram aharat. Up to the dress also he took away. Some thief came and money took away, furniture took away, gadgets took away, and vastram also took away. So vastram aharat. Similarity example he has not given. In Shastra they give the example sahari. Sahari means hare sadrishyam. Sahari means similar to Hari or similar to Hari. Hari means the Lord. Sahari kutrapi na drishyate. The similarity to the Lord is not seen anywhere in terms of greatness. All right. So Sahari is the example. Next, Yatha. In the sutra also if you see there is word Yatha. 10th word is there Yatha. Yatha conveys the meaning of proportion. Means according to one's capacity. Proportion has got here idea in accordance with capacity. That is the meaning of proportion. In this sutra they have used the word padarthanati vritti. He is translating as proportion. In a way it is okay because proportionate to his capacity. Like Yatha Shakti, I gave the example. According to one's power, Yatha Shakti karoti. He does as per his power. Yatha Vidhi, according to fate. Yatha Vidhi Sukha Dukkhani Anubhavanti. As per his fate, he experiences Sukha and Dukkha. So this samasa is very extensively used. Yatha. Yatha dharmam karotu, in keeping with dharma. So yatha has got the meaning in keeping with, in accordance with, not violating. So that is the meaning of yatha. So yatha shakti, yatha balam, yatha dhanam, we can say yatha kalam, means as per your time. So you do it. Yatha kalam karyani kurvantu. Okay. A conveys the meaning of a limit. Ajivanam. Up to the end of his life. So we can say Ajivanam Swadharmam Acharitavan. Means up to end of his life. Anta. This, okay, but there is a separate sutra, we did not take anta. A conveys the meaning of limit. There is a sutra, Ang Maryada Abhividyoho, 2:1:13. 13 is there or 14? Huh? Okay. So Ang Maryada Abhividyoho, A conveys the meaning of limit. Ajivanam, Abalam. Abalam is from childhood. Abalam saha what is called Abalam saha veeraha. Abalam sa veeraha means what? Since childhood he is heroic. Or also has got abala the meaning of even up to children, all people came. Abalam sarve janaha agatavantaha. Means what? Up to the children, elders came, young people came, middle-aged people came. Abalam. So up to child. That also is the meaning. abalam. Then upa conveys the meaning of proximity. Here the meaning samipa is taken. Alright. Samipa artha vibhakti samipa, that meaning is here. Upatiram, near the shore. So upatiram tasya griham. His house is near the bank. So upatiram means near. So similarly we can say anything. Upagiram, near the mountain. Upashramam, near the ashrama. Any word can be used. Alright. So with this lesson is completed. And now the exercise is very big. And we will, up to 15th, whatever time we have, we will do it. And the next lesson, Swami Vishwatmanandi is going to take. Because it is this lung lakara. So I thought it is better he takes, because he is in the groove of this grammar. And therefore he will take this lesson. And he specifically told that only those who are interested can come. So he has given that freedom. So if you are not interested, you need not come. But I think all of you will be interested. So he will be taking the class after 15th. And we will be doing this before 15, whatever time is there. Once 15th period is come, grammar class the slot will be removed. Vedanta will come. And this will complete in the satsang. Because the Ramayana shlokas are there. So Ramayana story part is a Sunday anyway, we'll be having some time. And some other day also we'll do it satsang time. Okay. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. So next class, I will be doing this exercise in the class, because still we have two classes perhaps. So if you want, you can do up to 150 page, up to that you can do it. So that you can participate in the class, giving the answer. Otherwise you can be a spectator, no problem.